Hey everybody, I'm Delicia and thanks for tuning in once again for Sunday. Happy Sunday to you guys. Hoping that you guys had a fabulous weekend and looking forward to a wonderful week ahead. Continuing on with my little throwback series. So this week will be my number 3 picks for the last 5 years on my top 5 for the year. It's kind of hard to explain it, but you know what I mean. This is the 3rd one now, so hopefully by now you guys are enjoying these, having a little flashback moment. So starting out with the number 3 pick for 2016, which was the Hoyo. This is a special collaboration that was done between AJ Fernandez and General Cigar. It's featuring a dark Ecuadorian Habano wrapper and a combination of Nicaraguan tobacco from Esteli, Condega, and Jalapa. It comes in 4 different sizes and it's a beautiful flavor of earthy leather, sweet cedar. It has an amazing aroma, little hints of citrus and black pepper, but an all-around incredible cigar. So the Hoyo, just a beautiful offering. Again, anything that AJ touches, I've said it a million times now. AJ does magical things. I don't know what he does. He has like a little fairy over there in the factory that just sprinkles like magic dust on stuff because everything that he does comes out fabulous. So this was, again, the first one, I believe, in the Hoyo series that was done with AJ, and it was the first one was the red with the gold band. Great cigar, great price point as well, easy to find, all of those things. Sometimes when you have the harder to find cigars, it's like, hey, it's great, but then people can't try them. But this is not the case with this one. It's like easily accessible. You can find it in a million places, and again, a great price point. So hopefully by now you've tried it. If not, of course, you will find the links below to all of the cigars mentioned, and hopefully you get a chance to add them to your humidor. Moving on to number 3 for 2017, we had the Macanudo Inspirado White. Again, the Inspirado ended up coming out with, you know, different variances with that particular line. I liked the white, thought it was really a kind of a lighter morning time cigar, great with coffee, not too heavy. You could smoke it any time of the day, but again, for me in particular, it was nice for morning time. So the Inspirado White has the Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper, especially aged on that one, Indonesian binder, and then Nicaraguan Condega Jalapa on the filler, as well as Mexican San Andres. You get the nice sweet cream, light coffee notes in there, kind of like that subtle honey, graham cracker sweetness with it. Again, an easy to smoke cigar. Perfect for like if you're newer to smoking, but also if you're that experienced smoker and you're just looking for something a little bit lighter. Another great price point and easy to find. So again, that whole Macanudo Inspirado was like a kind of like a revamp for them, if you will. It was like, hey, we're not new, we're an old company, but we're like changing up the packaging, changing up the bands, all that stuff to kind of re-grab your attention. And I think they did a really good job at that. And then they continued to bring out some different offerings within that Inspirado line. So I liked the white. That's why it was my number 3 for 2017. Moving on to number 3 for 2018, we actually have the McAuliffe Bold Sumatra. So the McAuliffe Bold line is another one that it's a great price point. You can find them a number of places. McAuliffe has done a great job of being accessible to a lot of different retailers, a lot of people. So that, again, it's an easier to find cigar. It wasn't necessarily when they first came out, but then over the last few years, they've really just done a great job of expanding and just getting everywhere. So definitely a company that you should be well familiar with now. The Sumatra, to me, is like coffee's best friend. That is like the coffee cigar. So I know I say it a lot, but again, you guys know me by now. I pair a lot of my cigars with coffee. That one in particular is fabulous. It has that nice flavorful Sumatra wrapper, has a broadleaf binder, Nicaraguan and Dominican on the filler. So again, coffee notes, it's woodsy. It has a little bit of the cocoa and the nice underlying spiciness throughout the entire cigar. So really, really a nice offering. Moving on to number 3 for 2019, a different type of pairing. This one was the Diplomatico by Mombacho Cigar. So Mombacho, beautiful factory. They're located in Granada. They're one of the only major cigar companies that's making their cigars in Granada. Beautiful, beautiful. It's actually like an old mansion that they converted into a cigar factory. I've had the pleasure of hosting a dinner up on their rooftop. Best place in the world to be. It's so cool. You see a view of everything. You can see the volcano. You can just see everything, and to make it even better, that particular cigar was blended with the idea of pairing it with Diplomatico rum. So it was a cool collaboration that they did. Claudio, he's their master blender. He is fabulous. He has a beautiful palate, and that rum and that cigar together is like a no-brainer. Like if you're looking for something to pair, if you're having a dinner party, if you're just having a solo session and you're just trying to find something really cool to pair, that is like, again, a no-brainer. It's blended for that purpose. So get a bottle of the Diplomatico rum. It is fabulous. It's one of probably like my top 5 favorite rums. Beautiful, just nice and sweet. It has like so many wonderfully aging notes. And then again, that cigar going with it is just perfect. So that one has the Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan Jalapa binder, and then Nicaraguan filler. So you get a mixture of black and cayenne pepper with the cigar. You get the cinnamon, it's earthy. You definitely pick up the oakiness in it. A little bit of a slight caramel sweetness that, again, when you pair it with the rum, really brings out that sweetness. So it's almost like a dessert type of pairing, in my opinion. You can also have it by itself. It's fabulous. So hopefully by now you've tried it. I really talked about it a lot in 2019 because it was a cigar that I was smoking quite a bit. Since then, I revisit it every so often, again, with that nice little pairing. In the evening, it's like a nice way to unwind from a busy day. Beautiful, especially the smaller vitolas. It does come in some different vitolas, but the smaller little petite Corona is a really nice way to just have a small pour. If you're not a big drinker, you just want a small pour in the evening, have that cigar, and it's beautiful. So number 3, of course, for 2020 is the La Aurora 107 Nicaragua. Beautiful offering. I've mentioned that I was putting together my notes for this little throwback series of the top 5s over the years, and I was noticing I had a couple brands in there that made it into my top 5 for a few years, and it's because they're just consistent. They're brands that I smoke a lot, and they're brands that just do it right, and La Aurora is definitely on that list a couple times, as you'll notice. But the 107 Nicaragua, their first Nicaraguan puro, beautifully blended. Manuel Linoa is their master blender. He's a genius. I love him. He's amazing. If you've had a chance to visit him at any of the La Aurora events, it's a real treat to just hear him talk about his love of tobacco. He's super knowledgeable. He's been blending for a long time and just really just knows everything about tobacco. He's a great person, and he just makes some incredible cigars for them. That one, again, as I mentioned, it's a Nicaraguan puro. So with the notes on that, you're picking up kind of a drier earth. You get a roasted peanut. You also get a nice, just a savory overall with the aroma from the actual smoke, and then just the little nuances that come in. You pick up little notes of cinnamon. It has a nice leathery presence to it. Every so often you pick up little bits of coffee bean and little hints of raisin. So just a really nice overall profile. I'm really happy that they added that to their portfolio. Huge fan of the 107 series, especially the Maduro. So I was actually really impressed with the Nicaraguan version that they did with the 107. Really, really nice. Definitely a cigar you should have in your humidor on hand. You can pair it with a number of things. This one, to me, is nice with more of the bourbon type of pairings. It just kind of pulls something together with some of those notes that are in there in the cigar, but definitely one that you can have with a number of things. And yeah, so that is my top 5 for this week. And hopefully you guys have had a chance to smoke these cigars. If you have or haven't, I'd love to hear your comments, what your thoughts are, what you have in your humidor, how many of these guys you have, on hand at any time, and which ones you plan on revisiting. So thanks so much for tuning in. Have a fabulous week. Stay safe, healthy, and very blessed. Cheers.